Okay, I think now 80% people have joined, so okay, we'll start our discussion. Today's session number 146, and we just the knowledge sharing part can go ahead and ask. I've seen some hand from Indranil.
Am I audible? Pranam, RPG. Good evening.
Pranam, there's some
disturbance, right? I think it's getting intermittently disconnected, I believe.
Okay, there was some disruption last 1 minute. Indranil, can you repeat your question? I could not hear that.
No, so I didn't ask the question only. I was asking first, am I audible? Because I saw that there is some...
Oh, okay, now yes. Now, last 1 minute, there was some, there was some
then I waited.
So, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. And as always, immensely grateful for this session. I think it is really magical. Today, every word has relevance and insight for my journey, at least. I can vouch for that. So the question that came in my mind, as you in the very beginning, RPG said that ego is required to operate in the external world. And in that context, and I try this actually with my own life as well, and especially in the context of work and whatever we understand as the external world, to bring in pure love. And obviously, most of the time we forget. But is it possible in real terms? Is it feasible and viable to operate with pure love moment by moment in the external world also? Oh, I think we lost him, maybe. I think we lost you in between, RPG, and you've joined back now.
Yeah. Okay, now I joined through my mobile hotspot. So,
I see.
okay, Indranil,
Yes, happy.
Indranil, yeah,
Yeah, so I'll continue.
I joined from my mobile hotspot
Yes, yes.
now.
We can hear
Yeah,
you now.
just please,
Yeah.
I don't know, some disturbance is coming. Yeah, so just
Yeah.
go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, sure. I'll repeat my sense of gratitude as always. I was saying that each word that you spoke in this session was very relevant and insightful for my journey, at least. So my question was, as you said in the beginning of the discourse, that ego is required to operate in the external world. Is it possible? And I try this and I fail. In fact, that's why my question comes. Is it possible to operate with pure love? Is it possible to bring in pure love, moment by moment, while operating in the external world also?
Okay, so if I understand correctly, while operating with the ego, whether it is possible to bring pure love into
Right.
the
Right. In
into
your daily
what you are
in your
doing,
daily operations, your daily dealings with the external world.
into the external world. That is your question. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. See, it is definitely possible. But you need not to show it.
Yeah.
The showing part should not be there. You are just internal change. Your operating level changes.
Correct.
But in that, your pure love, you need not to bring it from somewhere. When all the external thing, identification of the external thing is dropped off, you go to your true nature, your core. That is your pure love. So as you need not to bring it from somewhere, automatically will operate from there. That is by default. When you understand or witness that, but as you're operating in the external world, you have to maintain that external world, whatever the rules, regulations, and all those kind of things. Okay, you are aware that you need to follow that certain things in the external world, but your operating level changes. So whoever has raised their vibration, they can feel that. You need not to show it. It is just the other way around. People need to show that I have this, I have that. There's a normal way to do that. You need not to show that. It is just automatically you will express yourself into that way. People who are aware, they will know it. Okay. And you operate from that. It just you are no longer feeding to your false identity. You are your true self now, and that is how it is. That is how it is going to operate from the rest of your life. That's how it works. You are in the truth, so you don't have to bother what is happening and all those things, because you're all the time tuned into the truth, and you're operating from your self-love and true love.
Sure. So you'll have to keep trying at it, right? From where we are. Like keep retaining our awareness moment by moment and trying on the journey.
Yeah, it is your journey. So it is your own realization, and whatever you are saying, this is your part of your experience.
Right.
The transition also part of your experience, how you used to operate and how you are now operating. But no matter what is happening, you will not get touched into all those kind of things.
Absolutely right.
So external world, maybe many things are not going the way you want, and so don't link it to your own your spiritual progress, because those are not the measure. People do the same mistake. They measure external parameters on your internal journey. That's completely different.
That's right.
And that's why I have given example to understand it much better. Given example of Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev. Thakur's example is If you see the practical point of view, he is illiterate and poor, not able to earn his own living and things like that, right? So, okay, so you should not judge based on what external position somebody is having. Yeah. But his contribution is given. You see, the Ramakrishna Kathamrita has full of wisdom and the path to show that.
No, absolutely, true.
Again, there was some network issue last 1 minute. So, okay, if anybody else having any question, please come forward.
Sir, I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, actually, I don't have exactly the question. I had a question and I prayed for getting answer of that, and you gave all the answer of that. So I was smiling all through this session that how it has happened, and it always happens, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, God bless you. Yes, Kavita.
Sir, I have this question that ego is in our way all the time. Whether regarding, you can say, staff or co-workers, we don't treat our children and the staff all the same. So how can we correct this thought? And I am not able to express it now, but
okay. See, you have to operate into the life, no harm to anyone and no harm anything. If you operate with this, whatever best you can do, you do out of that. Only thing, you make sure whatever your thoughts, words and actions are not creating any harm to others. That's all you need to do. Whether the other person get benefited or not benefited, or how they think about it, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. So you basically, what I'm suggesting you express yourself, your true nature, like whatever you can do. Like if it is a flower, its nature is to give the fragrance, not to think to whom to give, how much to give, and at all will give it or not, or maybe you will give it in the morning, not in the evening. Don't do that. You just express yourself and leave it there.
So sometimes knowingly, unknowingly, we hurt others. And sometimes we are misinterpreted also. So in that case?
No, in that case, that those are activities of your ego. So that there is a process is called amend. You have to make amends and make sure those are neutralized. But that amendment starts with asking forgiveness. Asking for forgiveness, that starts it, not settle it. Interestingly, somebody was, I was telling somebody, they have done something, some mischief with somebody. And then they said, okay, if I say sorry, then that karma will be settled, no? I said, no, karma will not be settled. It will initiate the settlement. But how can karma will be settled? Suppose I cheated somebody my 50,000 rupees. Yeah. Then I go and say sorry. Then the karma will be settled? No. I have to return back that money as well. Only asking forgiveness will not settle. A lot of people do this mistake. Yeah. What I'm telling is asking sorry is the starting of the process of settlement, not the end of it. Okay. You have to ask forgiveness so that now you are ready for settlement. The reverse process. That only shows that, but it does not mean that there are some Hindi movies also there. No, मैं sorry कह दिया ना, फिर से तुरा क्या problem है? मैं तो sorry. Saying sorry will not make much difference if it is not genuine and if it is not followed by the proper actions. Okay, so if it is to be done, if you have cheated somebody, hurt somebody, then you have to, reciprocate. You have to accept that there was a fault, and you say. And better way to do it is, you can say that time I was not in my mind. I was following, going with my ego. What ego prompted me. I did some mistake. So I'm sorry for that, and truly, unconditionally. I'm only sorry if you don't talk to me like that again. That means it is not sorry. You're putting a condition. Huh? Okay. So from your side, you release it. Because see, what happens is that energy of the guilt, shame, or whatever it is, that inside you. Okay, that need to go. So from asking about forgiveness, that it takes out from you. That makes the field clear for settlement to happen.
Yes.
Okay. So you give your best and don't intentionally harm anyone, intentionally don't mistreat anyone, intentionally. If by mistake something happened, they ask sorry to make sure that is, at least that it is open for, energetically not binding you anymore. So that is a process to come to the neutralization. Okay.
And sir, one more question I have to ask. You can take it later also. Just it is out of this context.
So go ahead, tell me. Then I will tell after listening whether we can see it now or later.
Okay. Sir, I had a dream that my mother has got an accident 3 times. And she is no more, she has expired 4 to 5 years back. But that day I saw this dream. So I was wondering, what does it mean? What does it signify?
Okay, the answer is means nothing. Okay, whatever you are dreaming, it is coming from your subconscious mind. Okay, there was some kind of fear, somewhere there is some pocket during the dream that popped up and showed you as a dream. So just simply, my advice is simply ignore that. It's no implication.
Okay.
If you get it during your meditation, when you're fully awake and aware, then we will analyze it that time.
Okay.
Then I will explain what is the significance, but not in your dream. Dream, many bizarre things happens. Don't give much importance to your dream. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Yeah, Hari Om.
Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, if suppose I have 3 people in front of me and I have a particular item which I give it to somebody in a selfless manner, and I have given it to one person, another one feels bad that it has not been given to him or feels hurt. Is there any karma binding? Because the other person is perceiving it as hurt, that it has not been given to him. Though I have done it in a selfless manner, given to somebody else, without knowing the feelings or perceptions while I was giving it.
Yeah. See, without context, I cannot give exact answer. But in general, if you are the full owner of that, whatever you are giving, no, you are not taking it from somebody and giving, then matter is different. Okay. If you're full rightful owner of what you are giving, you can give it to anybody without binding any karma. If you are rightful owner of whatever you are giving.
Okay.
and through your free will, you can give it to anyone. Then whatever other thinks about it, it doesn't matter. Okay. But suppose that thing what you are giving, you're taken from somebody without permission, then giving, then definitely it's a completely different case. Then you have to take the permission before you give, because you have taken from there. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Context matters. But if you are a rightful owner, you can give your thing to anyone. It doesn't matter. Somebody says, I deserve it and I deserve it, and doesn't matter. You decided to give it to somebody, you did given. That's it. It will not bind any karma.
If the other person is assuming that that person was deserving it, it is coming out of their ego, or it is coming out of their any other aspect?
The other person deserving it, no matter from where it is coming, it is none of your business. If you are a rightful owner of that. Okay. Maybe many people want that. It's okay. You cannot please. Suppose instead of 3 people, suppose there are 100. How can you give it to 100 people?
Correct.
All of them, they want that. Okay. So forget about what others are thinking and what they are quish, what they wish. Okay. You are not here to satisfy their wish. You give to whom you think that is appropriate to give, and you give it, and then pray to give, let them also get it from other sources.
Thank you so much, Guru.
Okay.
This incident happened with me recently, where I got something from someone and gave it to one person who came and asked. I considered that that person may be probably needing more than me. So I handed over that thing to him, and somebody else felt bad about it. So I thought I'll just verify. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, see, again, let me take. If we intentionally do it, just you give it to somebody so the other actually feel bad, you want other person to feel bad, then it is intentional.
Right.
Okay, then you bind karma. But you have given out of, like khule man se or whatever you call it, in open mind, you give it to somebody without any, thinking anything to deprive anyone.
No.
Then if somebody feel deprived, it is none of your business.
Correct. Thank you, Guru. Understood.
All right. Any other question? Hariom, I cannot hear you. Maybe network issue again.
Guruji, I was not speaking.
Yeah, okay. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Question was complete, Guruji.
Guruji, I have a question.
Thank you so much.
Yes. God bless you. Yeah. Yes, Chaitali, go ahead.
Guruji, how to differentiate between ego and self-respect?
We have a full session on that. But if you are interested, then it is, when it is, just let me, means if you answer very, short, then ego is negative and self-respect is positive. Okay, this is the one. And ego is all about establishing yourself as a superiority and all these things. Self-respect is about maintaining your confidence and boundary in light of situation where someone is treating you unfairly. Okay. So self-respect is also fighting fairly when you deprived. I'm just reading it, the self-respect, some points. When you deprived of what you deserve. And self-respect is about composure and faith that does not shake at every little provocation. Like self-respect is on your own. It doesn't depend on somebody. What they say, what they do, and all this kind of things. And self-respect is about flexibility, mutual freedom, and compassion. So basically the self-respect, it is your own inherent quality, to holding your dignity. That is not an ego. Okay, you are not interfering with somebody else's. You are just holding your own faith, your own dignity, not allowing somebody to play with it. Okay, that is your self-respect. And ego is just, if somebody says something, your whole entity becomes upside down. That means the other person built on your inner worth. Like, in other words, your higher self. Every soul is dignified, and that nobody else has any right to mistreat or misbehave or show anything down in that sense. So expressing that power is your self-respect. So it is not an ego, because it is connected to your higher self. Ego connected to your lower self. So that's why it is positive. You are not harming anyone. You are just holding your power. That is self-respect. And then ego is that you are just going into your image, how your image has been tarnished. You are more bothered about that. Somebody said about something and all those kind of things. So those are fallen into category of your ego. So these two are completely different things. I think I have a full session on that earlier. So, and it should be there, maybe session number 50 or 60 or something of that. And that range, their self-respect and ego, and I posted into the group also earlier on that. So find it out. If not, then we'll see.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. Any other question? Okay, it's fine. So if there is no other question, then we'll go into left, but we'll see what we'll go with our Kriya and meditation as much as possible. Okay, sit straight. Breathe in and breathe out a few times. And relax yourself. Take a deep breath in. For now Guru Vandana. Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyapam Yena Chara Charam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namah. Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namah. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Shakshi Guruve, Guruve, Guruve. We shall start Nirmal Kriya first in Pran Mudra. In Pran Mudra, first round, start. Second round, start. Third round, start. Fourth round, start. Fifth round, start. Sixth round, seventh round, start. Now be in this mudra for some time and feel the vibrations within. Now come to Shikhar Mudra. In Shikhar Mudra, first round, start. Second round, start. Now, fourth round, start. Fifth round,